Volunteer 188th Division's legendary feat, shooting down 18 U.S. planes in one day. The 188th Division of the Volunteer Army fought the air war with rifles, shooting down and wounding 18 U.S. airplanes in one day, setting the highest record of shooting down airplanes with rifles of our Army. U.S. aircraft on the Korean battlefield are like flies flying around, relying on absolute air superiority, indiscriminate bombing of our troops in our positions like no one's land, sometimes even intentionally ultra-low altitude flights, teasing our ground troops. The Volunteer Army's 188th Division achieved a historic record by shooting down 18 U.S. planes in a single day using rifles, showcasing their remarkable skill and resilience in the Korean War, which drastically diminished U.S. air superiority. On April 18, 1951, just before dawn, enemy planes were deployed in groups as usual. The U.S. airborne overlords thought that they could travel alone as they did in the past, but they did not know that the thousands of black guns of the 188th Division of the 63rd Army of the Volunteer Army had already prepared an aerial graveyard for them. At 8 o'clock a.m., 8 U.S. planes flew triumphantly at ultra-low altitude over the positions of the 562nd and 563rd Regiments of the 188th Division. Suddenly, flares rose up in the air. The two regiments of more than 3,000 rifles, submachine guns, machine guns, together with the enemy aircraft fired. Fortunately, the pilot parachuted quickly and saved his life, but just after his feet hit the ground, he became a prisoner of the soldiers of the 563rd Regiment. At 10 a.m., the sky buzzed again as the Americans sent out 16 more planes to retaliate. The second batch of U.S. planes were still as ambitious as ever, and flew toward our position with their heads swinging and scraping the ground. The roar of the enemy planes was deafening, and the triumph of the pilots was clearly visible. At the critical moment when the enemy planes were swooping and strafing, an order was given and more than 3,000 guns of the two regiments went off like firecrackers. At once, 4 U.S. planes on the spot to a backwards in the wilderness of rolling fireballs. 4 thieves, even with the blessing of the captains, did not enjoy. All meant the landlord. 2 rifle air battles, 5 U.S. planes crashed, but the 188th Division did not have any casualties. 2 hours later, the third batch of U.S. aircraft to retaliate. 24 enemy planes, one more than a high, fast, aimless down the bomb, they fled. One-day battle, 188th Division shot down a total of 5 enemy planes, wounded 13, creating the Korean battlefield infantry light weapons shot down the highest record of aircraft. After the battle, it was praised by the political department of the 19th Corps by circular order. Since then, the Korean battlefield enemy aircraft no longer dare to fly at ultra-low altitude. The airstrike force is significantly weakened, and the losses of our ground forces are relatively reduced.